Liam Paro versus Lindolfo Delgado is being discussed right now as an IBF final eliminator that could happen very soon. The IBF has ordered it already, and in case anything happens, because it's not a guarantee, look like this fight will be happening. Paro upset Matias last year and then lost to Richardson Hitchens late in the year in a fight that had a split decision, but I felt like it was a unanimous. But they had it as a split decision. Liam Paro was looking to fight against Delgado, who was a very good fighter. He just came off of beating Elvis Rodriguez recently. And Delgado is 23-0. He's a former Olympian. But he's up in age as well, so he's not like a young guy. But for the division, he's kind of young to a lot of people as far as his experience and notoriety to a lot, especially in championship fights and title fights, because he haven't lost to anyone yet. So for him to be a champion, he definitely got to get against a guy like Liam Paro, and he's already beat Elvis Rodriguez. It's going to be a lot of tough matchups for him at 140. If he's going to be a factor, he needs to win this fight bad. And we know that Delgado and Paro in two different situations, but the IBF definitely is going to make this fight happen. I don't know what platform it's going to be on. Most likely the Zone. But Paro is trying to get back to a fight with Richardson Hitchens. Whoever wins this fight will have a good chance of fighting Hitchens. If anything doesn't happen between now and then, that will be a good fight that a lot of people are expecting to happen. Possibly, if Richardson Hitchens doesn't leave 140, it could happen. So, with Paro, I don't know, man. As far as where he's at in boxing right now, he had a great performance his last fight. I feel like he's still a good fighter. Just feel like Hitchens is just better than him at this point. That doesn't mean that Paro is not a good fighter at 140. He can easily come out this next fight and make something happen. But Delgado's a fighter who has a lot of experience, and a lot of people overlook what Delgado brings to the table, but he's a very good fighter. I think he's going to be a huge factor in his weight class at 140, and I think possibly can get a guy like Liam Paro. He can definitely beat him. But Paro feels like he's a better fighter. He feels like the Hitchens fight is not going to dictate him being a champion again. I think he can actually be a champion again. I don't think that Hitchens fight is going to slow him down at all. I don't think he's one of those fighters, but he definitely is not a guy who I would pick to want to jump in the ring with Hitchens again. If he does, it'll be good, but I wouldn't pick him again in the second fight. Just wouldn't, because how he did in the last fight, I just don't see any improvements he can make. He didn't really try anything different in the last fight. I don't think he'll try anything different in the next one. But anything could happen. But Delgado, man, this is going to be a very good fight for him and Paro. Because Paro has done a lot at 140. He's fought a lot of people. He had a big win over Matias, probably one of the biggest wins in boxing last year. So I definitely wouldn't look past him as being a guy that's a huge factor. I know a lot of people feel like just one loss would do it for you, but he still beat Matias. It's not like a lot of people are asking Matias to go back and beat Paro again. So that's definitely not an easy fight. Definitely not an easy fight. If that was an easy fight to a lot of people, he would have fought Paro again or had a chance or even went that direction. But he was definitely looking to get revenge, but it was something that couldn't happen at the moment because there's too much going on at 140 right now. You know, Hitchens just fought Kambosos recently. So it's a lot of things going on to where fights just won't line up perfectly. But I think this is a good fight for Liam Paro to bounce back. Delgado's a beast. Like I said, he's an Olympian. He's a tough fighter. He's not going to go in there and just lay down. Liam Paro going to have a lot to deal with if he fights this guy. And Delgado, he's not a small guy either, so, you know, things could happen. He's at 5'9". But he's definitely not a small guy for 140. I will say that. He's only 30 years old. He's a top Mexican fighter at 140, so he's definitely going to have a chance, man. It's the highest ranking Mexican fighter at 140. And then I think the next closest person is probably, I know you still have Barbosa in there, but from Mexico, Delgado's probably the highest ranking. And I don't think Liam Paro has a lot of Mexican names on his resume from what I've seen. Uh, yeah, from what I've seen, he doesn't have a lot of Mexican names on his resume. Pretty sure Navarro, who he just fought, is Mexican, but don't see any other names though. But we'll have to see. Maybe he fought Navarro to kind of prepare for this Delgado fight. Maybe he knew this was going to be ahead and he wanted to fight a Mexican style fighter, I guess. But we'll see. That's all I got.